Yeah. Whoa. I speak. We change lives, Jesus. I speak.
Welcome to the TP Masterclass. On behalf of Cliff Cheqona and the entire TP family, we're honored to have you here. You didn't just join a live session. You stepped into a transformational experience designed to help you master your mind, align your emotions, and trade with clarity and conviction. We'll be starting shortly. In the meantime, settle in and prepare your notepad. Like the stream, subscribe if you haven't already. And most importantly, invite someone who needs this. Because around here, we don't just trade, we transform. Let's get started soon.
I speak life, I speak spirit. We change lives, Jesus did it. I speak life, I speak spirit. We change lives, Jesus did it. Step into my Monday. I'm stepping to my Monday. I'm stepping to my Monday. We change lives, Jesus did it. I'm stepping to my Monday. I'm stepping to my Monday. I'm stepping to my Monday. We change lives.
What TP Masterclass really is. TP Masterclass is a transformation masterclass that happens every Saturday. It is designed to reshape the way you think, the way you respond, and the way you perform, not just in trading, but in any industry where your mind plays a major role. Even though anyone can benefit from it, the majority of people you'll find here are traders. Why? Because trading is one of the few fields where your mindset, your emotions, and your discipline are tested every single day. Every session blends psychological lessons that help you understand your thinking and your behavior, spiritual lessons that strengthen your inner conviction and identity, practical lessons that give you structure and direction in real life. TP Masterclass exists because most people don't fail due to lack of skill. They fail because their mindset is not prepared for the level they are trying to reach. This masterclass equips you with the mental strength, emotional stability, and clarity needed to perform at a high level, whether you are a trader, an entrepreneur, or someone trying to grow in life.
It's a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind game. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind, fix your trading. It's a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind game. Fix your mind, fix your trading.
Hi TP family, hello everyone, good evening. How's everyone doing today? I hope you're doing very, very wonderful. How's everyone's weekend been so far? I hope you guys are having a great time. What have you been up to today? And I hope everyone can hear me. If you can hear me, just put it in the live chat so that we will see that you and everyone else can hear me. But anyway, thank you guys so much for always coming to the TP Masterclass right here on YouTube. And also, I believe Facebook and Instagram, if I'm not mistaken. I hope we are streaming there. I'm not quite sure. But if we are, hello everyone. That's on other platforms aside YouTube. Welcome to another TP Masterclass. As most of you already know, I'm Tennyson Shells. And thank you so much for always coming up on time, for always being here, and also waiting for us to start the stream. You never get tired, so we want to say thank you guys so much. We truly appreciate it. But if you're also tuning in from Ghana, Nigeria, South Africa, Kenya, Uganda, UK, US, Namibia, Sierra Leone, wherever you're tuning in from, just put it in the live chat that you are tuning in from this particular country, so that I will see where everyone is tuning in from, because most of the time we are quite global everywhere in the entire planet of Earth. But yeah, guys, thank you guys so much. And if you're watching the replay of this particular stream, just put replay in the comment so that we will see that you actually watched this whole stream from the beginning to the end. So yeah, just put in replay in the comments, and then we will know that you were here watching us. Okay. But I just want to say, if this is your first time here, I want to take about 90 seconds or so to tell you exactly what this space is about, because most people tend to misunderstand it because they don't have the full grasp of what the TP Masterclass is usually about. Yes, TP Masterclass is about trading psychology, and trading psychology, simply put, is the study of the trader's mind, emotions, and behavior that you usually experience when you are trading on the financial market. Okay. But to tell you exactly what that means for you is, when you come into this space, this TP Masterclass live sessions, you're not exactly coming here to learn a strategy or for interest signals or for chart patterns or for market predictions. We did do this during um our intensive 3 days bootcamp. I am sure if you were on that bootcamp, if you joined that bootcamp, you know that we did actually cover all of this. It's just when it comes to the TP Masterclass, we don't normally do this, but it is something that we still do within the TP family ecosystem. Okay. But because you, most of the time you are coming here to study yourself, and everything that Cliff teaches during this TP Masterclass live, or anything that a guest teaches when they come on our platform, is to help you come into a self-awareness of who you are, because that is one of the things that we actually cover. We give you the knowledge that will help you be able to arrive at self-awareness, and you get to learn the language patterns for what you've been living with, but you can never tell what exactly it is. So yeah, the knowledge will help you arrive at self-awareness. And the second you'll find is tools that we have put together to help you with your self-regulations when it comes to um your emotional state, and also your impulses, your decisions, and when the pressure gets real, it helps you be able to self-regulate. So that's why we also offer tools to help you with your self-awareness journey when it comes to the TP Trading Psychology Masterclass every Saturday 6 p.m. And another thing that we also help is we help with reconstructing of your identity. We will start on your beliefs, your personality, your habits, basically to fix your identity so that the results that you are looking for on the financial market, you are able to get that results through this. Fix your identity, fix your mind, fix your trading. Okay. So yeah, this is mainly what we do here when it comes to the TP Masterclass, which is the Trading Psychology Masterclass. But I also want to remind everyone to please, please, please make sure to keep this space very, very clean and very, very respectful and very, very peaceful throughout the session. We don't want any mishaps. We don't want anyone putting anything that will disrupt this stream, any negativity, any disrespectfulness behavior. We will quietly remove you from the stream. So make sure, I'm holding my ears, so make sure that you're not putting something that will get you removed from this stream. Okay, so now we're just going to watch the recap from last week, because last week we started with the perception series, and the perceptions video from last week was basically to help you understand the foundation we have for the self perception series that we'll be covering for the next few weeks. I think the next 4 weeks or so. So make sure that you're not missing any session at all. Okay, if you missed last week's session, pay attention to the recap that we are about to watch, and make sure that you are not missing out on the self perception of a trader that we have coming for you today. So if you have not grabbed your notebook or your pencil or your pen or your note anything that you use to take notes, make sure that you are grabbing it right now as we are playing the recap, so that you are able to just remember everything that we covered last week. Okay, so let's watch the recap and let's see what was taught last week.
The most expensive perceptual error you can make is a wrong perception of yourself. When you started trading, because of what people told you many years ago that you are good for nothing, still is sabotaging you in this business. And that is how you see yourself. But I have good news for you. You can change the things. Perception is not what you see. It is what your mind decides what you see means. In this generation we live in, you need to have a very healthy, positive perception portal. Because if you don't, you will see everything from an angle that will destroy you. You don't move because others are saying you should move. You move because of who you see yourself to be. A trader will take a loss. The loss is within their defined risk. So that loss is not foreign to your system. But if your interpretation now see this as an evidence of I can't do this, your outcome will always confirm what you are thinking about yourself. Your risk to reward ratio is 1 to 10. That means even if you lose 5 trades in a row, you should be fine.
I hope everyone learned from that recap that we had. It's basically everything perception, okay? How you see through your eyes and how you understand some things. So if you do not have the right perception when it comes to trading, I would highly suggest for you to go back and watch that particular video. We have so many series on the playlist, but because we are right now on the perception series, make sure that you are watching every single episode that we come up with every Saturday, 6 p.m. UK time. Okay, so now we're just going to get into testimonials and let's see what people are saying on this platform, and then I'll be right back.
Hello TP family, my name is Kemisa Irene. I'm a Ugandan currently living in Abu Dhabi. First of all, I would like to extend my gratitude to Mr. Cliff and the entire TP family community. You people, what you're doing for us or for me is so great that I can't get it elsewhere. And generally, I'm a new member, I'll say like that, because I started following TP Masterclass or started watching Mr. Cliff's video at the beginning of this year in January or Feb, something like that. But ever since, I have never stopped. I feel like every day I have to watch a video from Mr. Cliff because they have helped me in, more especially in self-awareness, how to conduct myself, how to view things around me, how to make judgments, how to make conclusions and decisions around me. That is something that I really can't express by my words like this. And not only that, taking a phone like this or a camera and record myself saying something, it is more than a living testimony to me, because before I had never, I don't remember a day I'm recording myself saying something. Apart from the recent video of the bootcamp, this is my second video. To me, this is more than transformation, because before I couldn't do it at all. No, because I didn't have what to say, but the confidence to take a phone and record myself. Really, I couldn't at all. All this is because the more I continue watching Mr. Cliff's video, the more I feel like something is growing inside me, which I can't explain to you, or this and this, but inside my mind, inside myself, I feel like there is something growing or something changing. When it comes to trading, really, there is things like hesitation, things like failure to hold a trade until it takes TP, things like moving stop losses. To be honest, all these behaviors, slowly by slowly, they are going away. More especially recently after the bootcamp. My life never remained the same till now. Even saying this one, I really feel it is so big to me, so big. Thank you, sir, Mr. Cliff. Thank you, the entire TP family community. Thank you.
That was a great testimony. I'm so happy to hear about your testimony, Irene. I hope you continue to grow on this platform, and I hope the information that we continue to share will help you get to the point where you are like you can continue to feel that you are truly transforming your life through what we share here on this platform. So now we're just going to get into the testimonials. So we have one here. It says, "Thank you, Sir Cliff. My trading life has changed since I started following you. Amazing." And the second one says, "I love Cliff Cheqona. Listen to him and Connected Mind podcast, and I believe I will get to see you one day. Period." Well, if you are in Nigeria, we will be having TV Masterclass live in person very soon. So hopefully, if you are in Nigeria, you get to come there, and then I'm sure you will see Mr. Cliff there, which will be your "see you one day" testimony. And then we have, I don't read books, but I'm now buying books and reading. Period. Thank you, Cliff. Amazing. I'm proud of you, Man Kelly. Keep up with the good work. And then we have Howie. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing your name right. If I'm not, I'm very, very sorry. Thank you. But he says, or she says, "Thank you, Cliff. Every Saturday I'm growing from this masterclass. May Allah blessing be with you and your family and the team." Amen. Thank you very much. So happy to hear of all these testimonies. Continue to leave your testimonies. You can even do video testimonies. You can join our WhatsApp channel where you can click on a link to submit your video testimony, and that would be very helpful. The more people continue to learn about the type of testimonies are coming up on this platform, the more people will know that yes, people are actually getting transformed on this platform. Okay, so if you are contemplating if you should share your testimony, I hope this is a sign for you to share yours so that you can also help others pay very close attention to everything that we share here on the platform. Okay, and if you missed the intensive 3 days bootcamp, don't worry, we'll have many bootcamps coming, and I believe the recording of the bootcamp is also available, but I don't know when it will be available for everyone to watch yet. Okay, so that's all from me today. Thank you guys so much. I hope you have grabbed your notebook and your pen and anything that you use to take notes with, because we are about to get into the psychology session about self-perception today. So please do not miss it. And thank you, and stay tuned for more.
It's a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind game. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind, fix your trading. It's a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind game. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind, fix your trading.
What TP Masterclass really is. TP Masterclass is a transformation masterclass that happens every Saturday. It is designed to reshape the way you think, the way you respond, and the way you perform, not just in trading, but in any industry where your mind plays a major role. Even though anyone can benefit from it, the majority of people you'll find here are traders. Why? Because trading is one of the few fields where your mindset, your emotions, and your discipline are tested every single day. Every session blends psychological lessons, that help you understand your thinking and your behavior. Spiritual lessons that strengthen your inner conviction and identity. Practical lessons that give you structure and direction in real life. TP Masterclass exists because most people don't fail due to lack of skill. They fail because their mindset is not prepared for the level they are trying to reach. This masterclass equips you with the mental strength, emotional stability, and clarity needed to perform at a high level, whether you are a trader, an entrepreneur, or someone trying to grow in life. What TP Masterclass really is. TP Masterclass is a transformation masterclass that happens every Saturday. It is designed to reshape the way you think, the way you respond, and the way you perform, not just in trading, but in any industry where your mind plays a major role. Even though anyone can benefit from it, the majority of people you'll find here are traders. Why? Because trading is one of the few fields where your mindset, your emotions, and your discipline are tested every single day. Every session blends psychological lessons that help you understand your thinking and your behavior. Spiritual lessons that strengthen your inner conviction and identity. Practical lessons that give you structure and direction in real life. TP Masterclass exists because most people don't fail due to lack of skill. They fail because their mindset is not prepared for the level they are trying to reach. This masterclass equips you with the mental strength, emotional stability, and clarity needed to perform at a high level, whether you are a trader, an entrepreneur, or someone trying to grow in life.
Who came here today? I came here today. Why did you come? To become. Are you ready? I am ready. Are you ready? I am ready. I am ready. I was chasing money. I was chasing money. I was chasing wins. I was chasing wins. But the market showed me. But the market showed me who I really am. Who I really am. The old man must die. The old man must die. The old beliefs must fall. The old beliefs must fall. Before the trader rises. Before the trader rises. I surrender it all. I surrender it all. Identity rebuilt. Beliefs rebuilt. Beliefs. Habits rebuilt. Behavior rebuilt. Results rebuilt. I am not the same. 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 I came in as a trader. I came in as a trader. I leave with a name. I leave with a name. I am ready. 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 You are not a trader yet. 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 You are not a trader yet, but I will be.
Can you guys hear me loud and clear? Kindly just drop some ones in the chat for me, please. I think I genuinely really love that song. Solomon, play it one more time again. I really love that song. That song is a mental transformation song.
Why did you come? Are you ready? I am ready. Are you ready? I am ready. I am ready. I was chasing money. I was chasing money. I was chasing wins. I was chasing wins. But the market showed me. But the market showed me who I really am. Who I really am. The old man must die. The old man must die. The old beliefs must fall. The old beliefs must fall. Before the trader rises. Before the trader rises. I surrender. I surrender it all. Identity rebuilt. Beliefs rebuilt. Beliefs. Habits rebuilt. Behavior rebuilt. Results rebuilt. I am not the same. 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 I came in as a trader. I came in as a trader. I leave with a name. I leave with a name. I am ready. 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 You are not a trader yet. 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 You are not a trader yet, but I will be.
All right. Can you guys drop some ones in the chat if that song spoke to you? Powerful song. Very powerful. So one of these days, we need to really, really have a place on our, what do you call it again, on our website whereby we can put all the songs very, very well arranged over there so that you guys can go in and all the songs over there. And also, if you know that you are a good musician and you would like to be part of our creative team in the area of creating sounds, you are welcome. You know, TP family is more than just words to teach. We use music to teach. We use movies to teach. You know, we have created short film, by one of our TP family members, Ronald. I appreciate him so much. So these are things we're going to be doing more often as a community. And talking about that as well, I don't know if Solomon if the flyer is ready. Let's even just bring that up quickly so that people who have been telling me, Cliff, we want to serve, guys, we heard you. And so if you want to joining the team here does not really mean come and learn how to trade or whatever. No, because most people associate TP family only just to trading. No, we are transformed, kingdom aligned people, meaning that if it comes to trading, we'll be transformed to do it. If it comes to business, we'll be transformed to do it. If it comes to real estate, we'll be transformed to do it. So this is a whole entire dimension of everything that people may have that you can bring onto the table. So you can scan the QR code, and God willing, it will take you to a very, very well-structured landing page. And you can put in what you can bring onto the table. And of course, the team will meet you and vet you and make sure that you have, all these structures in place, and we can take it out from there. Even though that there will be training, back in the days, we didn't used to train people before they joined the team. Now we are doing that. The reason being is because the vision is much more, of course, bigger than Cliff. And as a result of that, you come in and you are trained, and we can be able to see how we take it out from there. Okay, so this is something that you guys have been asking for. Cliff, how do we become a rep in this community? How do we help? How do we serve? People use word like serve, and I'm like, okay, I mean, that means people are thinking the right way. So we created a landing page, and you can go ahead and use that also as well. The next thing that I would like to share, so it will be on the screen for the next couple of few seconds. So kindly do your best to make sure that you scan it, if you don't mind. Thank you. Also, I want to make sure that some of you will be able to understand something here. So we officially started. This is live, but just so you know, so we are using this one to test it. Just give me a second while you are scanning the team thing. Give me a second. Let me bring something up quickly for all those who did the boot camp. All those who did the boot camp. I just want to quickly just have some things here. Okay. So this is a very interesting one here, and I just really want to just celebrate a couple of few people before I even show what I want to show. So we just really want to, I think the most performing individual. I wanted to share my screen, but I don't want to expose certain things. So just so you guys know this, I said I was going to celebrate some few people. So I decided to select 10 people out of the 100 and something people that joined the bootcamp. I want to celebrate them here today. This is based purely on their participation and their homeworks and the things that they did and so on and so forth. So the first person on the list is, if I get the name right, just let me know. So the most performing, I would say, TP bootcamp mentee was a gentleman named Aticho Bui James and Nemajo. Hopefully I pronounced your name well. I mean, congratulations. Good one. So he was the most performing. James, wherever you are, congratulations. I'm sure the team will reach out to you. And then I would like to meet you and say congratulations to you, as I promised after the bootcamp. The second person that we are going to be celebrating is Zainab Ahassan. Zainab Ahassan, congratulations as well. You can let a clap come up, it's fine, don't worry. Yes, you can also drop some number ones in the chat for me. If you want to celebrate them with me, I'll really appreciate it as well. Very, very important. Now, the next person that we are going to be celebrating here is Jeremiah Oyebamji. Jeremiah Oyebamji. Yes. Yeah, we can clap for him. I mean, congratulations, Jeremiah. So these are the top 3 performing, people. And then, so we are going to continue on, 7 more to go. I'm going to go through it right now quickly so that we can clap for all of them at the same time. Okay. So the number 4 person that we are celebrating is Otu Michael Ogechuku. The 5th person is Dixon Haliga Selassie. The 6th person is Oscar Forsen. The 7th person is Ian Pius. The 8th person is Evans Zilsman Apia. And then the 9th person is Christonio Joel. And then the 10th person is Yetunde Oyokami. All right, guys, can we clap for these people? Drop some number ones in the chat. Let us celebrate them. Now, obviously, I also want to celebrate each and every single person that joined this bootcamp. Kindly know that in the next 72 hours, your official certificate for completing the first intensive bootcamp, which is ready, you can be able to see your certificates. And I'm super happy and grateful that you guys participated. Thank you so much. And for all those who are saying, Cliff, how do we get to see what happened? I have created a dashboard as I promised, but at the end of the day, it is not just any content that I will be able to release for everyone to be able to have it. It's obviously a free content. I mean, the library page will not be free forever. But at the end of the day, currently right now, all those, including all of you watching me right now, you are going to have access to this board over here. Just so you know, let me quickly just show you before we go into today's lesson. So all those who are listening to me, kindly just hold on. So this is the CSOT library. If you guys can see my screen, kindly just drop some number ones in the chat for me, please. So this is the CSOT library. So the CSOT library is the first, videos you can be able to watch is the 2026 TP Bootcamp course. Now, this one right here, it has Cheqona and my videos all over here. I think all together, by the time that everything will be done, all of them is going to be in total of over 9 hours, if I'm not mistaken. This is something that you can get to watch. Now, one of the things that you guys need to understand is that, in this world here, until you create something or until you do something, you will not really respect people out there. I found out that one thing that I found out recently was even when people are watching videos from certain platforms, I realized somebody who asked me, Cliff, why can't you let it be there forever? Well, so every streaming that people do, depending on the platform you are hosting the video from, per bit rate, you get charged for what people are watching. Now, as much as I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, wants to always try to do as many things as I can do for the TP family for free, certain things are not free for me. So the platform that you are using and every single thing and so on and so forth, even when you are streaming the video, there are some platforms when you save these videos on and you are watching it, I pay for your watching. Yes, I do pay for you watching it. So there is nothing free. So unfortunately, I can't keep it there for free. I mean, when I say I can't keep it there for free, I can't keep it there forever. All right. So when you get a chance to be able to access this platform, kindly consume this. Discipline yourself and watch the videos. Don't say it's 1 hour, 2 hours. Watch the video. And then one thing that you will understand is after every video you watch, there is a quiz. The quiz is designed for you to be able to know if you understood what you were watching or not. And then if you are able to pass the quiz, the next video, you can see this one is locked. It will now unlock for you so that you can watch the next video. So it is basically Cheqona's video, my video, Cheqona's video, my video, and it's something that we're doing. You cannot be able to download it. And if there is any way we find out people can download it, we will find a way to secure it as well. But for the meantime, it is courtesy for the TP family. So please, when it is opened already, I am sure all those who are originally in the bootcamp, you may have gotten access to it already. If you have any technical difficulties, reach out to the team. They will see how they can be able to sort you out. So if you're like, the technical side, the psychological side of things, how can I get access to it? Well, CSOT library is going to give you. So if you're wondering what CSOT means, CSOT simply means Cheqona School of Transformation. That is CSOT. So CSOT simply means Cheqona School of Transformation. Anyway, with that all being said, if you guys are excited, kindly just drop some ones in the chat. So you before this in that WhatsApp channel, if you are not part of it, kindly just join. All right, kindly just join. And then also, as I promised, that we were going to start doing new people orientation. I think with the kind of new people that have been here so far, I think latest by Wednesday. So all the new people, find a way to join our WhatsApp channel. The link is there. We will organize a call for you guys on Wednesday. I am sure Wednesday will be enough. The team will onboard you, show you how you can be part of this community. What does it mean for you, and so on and so forth. And then we can be able to take it out from there. I've already put a thing or two already down as a blueprint to how they'll be able to onboard you guys. And I have an individual who will be able to be leading this initiative for you all that you are new, so that you can be able to understand where to start from. Does that make sense? All right. If you are ready right now, I am ready to teach. If you are ready to learn, we are going to proceed. There are other announcements I know I was supposed to bring today, but for the sake of our lesson and for the sake of things that are not ready for this lesson, I'm going to basically just proceed. Father, we thank you so much for this community. We thank you for what you're about to teach to them. We thank you for what you're about to let them learn through me. Father, we give you all the praise. We thank you, Father, and we will not start this call and this live masterclass without we letting people know that without you, this is not possible. We are here even alive because of your mercy. Father, thank you. And we give you all the praise. We give you all the honor. In Jesus' matchless name we have prayed. Amen. Before we go into today's lesson, I want to be able to talk about something very interesting for you all today. Something very, very, very important. If you are here and you are listening to me, when we started this year, we said this is our year of new status. We actually really have explained that over and over again. And I think right now, people genuinely really understand what we mean by it is our year of new status. But as we were entering into the month of June, while I was in prayers with our prayer team, I realized that, I was able to discern something, and I believe that it was not a coincidence based on everything that was happening. So I took it very seriously until I came into the conclusion that this month is our month of opening eyes. That God is going to be opening our eyes. What does that mean? God is going to be opening our eyes. You see, when what you look at and what you see is not all that there is. You can pick up a tree, and when somebody sees this tree, somebody will see a chair, somebody will see a shade, somebody will see a fruit. Same picture, different way of looking at it, or different perception. Somebody will look at this masterclass and all the person will see is somebody teaching. Somebody will look at this masterclass and they will say it's 2 hours, it's long. Somebody will look at this masterclass and all they can see is transformation. Somebody will look at this masterclass and their entrepreneurship mindset will trigger, and they'll be like, is there a way I can get to talk to Cliff so that we can see how we can take this into the next level? Everybody sees things differently based on who they are. So if by the spirits, this is our month of opening eyes, it is not a coincidence connecting it to our year of new status, because you need to be able to understand that even if your status has changed and you can't see it, you will still behave like the previous status you have before the new one. So as you are in TP family already, many of you know this already, that this is not any regular community. This is not a community about a man. It's not a community about a guy who wants to gather people and say, follow me. No. This is a community about an individual, and not just myself, but everybody in my team. You guys have seen us celebrating 68 episodes. It is not just Cheqona. There is Tennessee Shells. She has been here from the beginning of this masterclass. You have seen Solomon now, our TP masterclass producer. There are other people you guys don't see at the back end. There are people who are praying, people who are supporting. There are many things that goes on. The graphics you are seeing, the videos, the recap. This is not just one man show. You see? So you need to be able to understand by now that this is not just one person that is trying to say, come and follow me, but rather a whole entire generation of people saying enough is enough. We understand that life is not going to be soft for us, and therefore we have to transform. So whether you are a trader, now you understand you have to transform. Whether you are just a businessman who is doing real estate or doing any kinds of other form of trading services, you know that you have to transform. So whatever that you are right now in your life, you know that transformation plays an important role in your becoming. And so as a community, this is very important for me that revelation sink into your head. Are you with me? So this year we have done a lot. This year there is a reason why I am doing series, because the things that we are learning, it will take more than one session to bring clarity into your mind. So we started with an identity series, and we moved on to belief series. And then from the belief series, we were able to go on to other things that many people will not even be able to understand. So the reality is we are not casually just doing this. So if you are, and also all those who are sharing their testimonies, God bless you. Really, God bless you, because some of you, your testimonies are helping people to really believe in this vision. To really believe in this vision. It is very important that, you keep on sharing your testimonies. So thank you so much. And I just wanted people to understand that there is more that we are bringing into the community. I will not do some certain announcements now. We gave some of them last week, but we'll bring them later. So this year we started with identity series. And then the purpose of that was whether you are a trader, whether you are a married man, whether you are just somebody who wants to be transformed, whatever that you are, because in this community is more than just traders. But now the goal was to understand that who we are really matters to what we have. It really matters to what you end up doing. So that was the identity series. Then we went into belief series. Then we went into the independent trader series. Then now we are doing self-perception series. Now, if you think the independent trader series blessed you as a trader, wait until we do the next series about trading called the profitable trader series. My God. The profitable trader series. This is something that I'm borrowing from the CSOT Cheqona School of Transformation curriculum to just bring it onto the TP Masterclass to just teach you guys something. It's called the Profitable Trader Series. Many people have been wondering, when will I become profitable? How do I become profitable? Well, we'll be showing you the step-by-step on how to become profitable. But until we get to that status, there are certain things we need to discuss. That is why we are now doing the self-perception series. So last week, we established the foundation about the self-perception series, and we started from what we call perception. Perception. Today, my whiteboard is ready, so don't worry at all, right? We are in this together. Let me even share my screen so that you guys, because many of you like whiteboard, so it's very ready today, okay? All right. So whenever I write on it, they will bring it up on the screen. So last week, we spoke about perception. That perception is not what you see. That perception is what your mind decides what you see means. One of my team members said, Mr. Cliff, when you say what your mind decides what you see means, is that correct English? I say it's very correct. But that is why I love, my team members. They are listening. It's good. It's very correct. It's correct. So it is what you decide, or what your mind will now decide what you see means. And we said that there are errors in perception. Do you guys remember that when the filter is distorted simply means something that has been affected by a foreign material. So I used an example such as a mirror. And I said, if you throw a stone and the stone hits the mirror, it will distort the mirror, and therefore you may not be able to understand why you are not seeing yourself clearly, and you need to know it's as a result of the mirror being cracked. So the same thing with your mind. You may not be crazy, but you can have a distorted mindset. So we gave you guys last week, I think this week that just passed, we made them send you all the essential, the essential recap of the masterclass, which was the distorted mind. How many of you watched it? If you watched it and it gave you a refreshing mind, drop some number ones in the chat for me. So we were talking about how your mindset can be distorted. All right. You see, when you come into this community, if you are not somebody who is able to discipline themselves or sacrifice to join the marathon of what we are doing each week, you will get lost, because there is a lot we learn in a week, in a day, in the season. And so we are not just randomly teaching everything. We structure our lessons. So many people will hear me talking about distorted mindset. What is it? Don't worry. If you are a beginner, the orientation call will help you a lot to know where to start from. Okay. So just sit down and listen, but don't be confused. I know today I have not taken where you're tuning in from, because I will do that when we are about to end. So don't leave. But for now, I just want to go quickly so that we can finish this episode for today's series. So we spoke about perception last week, and we were trying to say in your mind, there can be some errors in your filtering. That means the way when you see something, the meaning you give to the thing really matters. And then we also understood that your missed situations or you misreading people, it's not because you are bad. It's just because that is the way that your brain perceive things and interpret things. And listen to me carefully now. What we call perceptual errors that we spoke about is a person making an expensive decision because they are seeing things from the way they are. Okay, so before we go into today's episode and I give it a title, write this down for me, please. Write this down. The most powerful perception the most powerful perception in your life is not what others see when they look at you. The most powerful perception in your life is not what others see when they look at you. The most powerful perception in your life is what you see when you look at yourself. So the most powerful perception in life is not what others see when they look at you. You can look at me right now and tell me I am wasting people's time. You can look at me right now and call me a failure. It's your choice. It's your perception. You know, people sometimes come onto this stream, and because they don't even understand what we are doing, they intend to say things and release certain, hurtful things, thinking that will distort the program. No, you have every right. I've told you guys before that not every single person sees the masterclass the same way you see it. In fact, if everybody sees the masterclass the way you see it, we are even in trouble in the first place. There are people right now watching me. In the beginning, you didn't like this masterclass. There are people who know me in my life, and they call the things I do motivation because they have not paid attention to listen to what we are teaching. And there are people also who will say things like, Mr. Cliff, your masterclass must be connected to a university curriculum. They comment on it. Why? Because people are seeing it differently. So you need to understand that everybody can think what they want to think about you or think what they want to think about certain things. But the way you think of things about yourself, the way you see yourself when you look at you is what matters. So the topic for today is self-perception. Episode 2, we are talking about self-perception. So episode 1 was about perception. Episode 2 is about self-perception. So you're going to ask me, Cliff, if episode 2 is self-perception, does it mean that we will stop at episode 2? No. Even though this is a 4-part series, we needed to talk about perception first to understand that perception in general is the way you see things. And as a human being, you can sometimes see things in error and therefore learn how to look at things objectively. So now we are understanding if this is true, then now that we have been able to identify all the perceptual errors that we spoke about last week, what then do we need to talk about today? We need to talk about how you see yourself. Do you really believe that you are a trader? Do you really believe you can become a profitable trader? When you see yourself, do you see a profitable person? These things are self-perception. It doesn't matter whoever told you what not. The way you end up defining what you see when you look at yourself is the most important part of the conversation. So therefore, let's define it precisely before we go anywhere. What is self-perception? I am ready to teach. Are you ready to learn? Yeah. Let's define it. What is self-perception? Self-perception is the image. Number 1, image. Self-perception is the image a person holds of themselves. This is very important. This key word here is not just any English word to just use randomly. It is the image a person holds of themselves. Okay, the image. And anytime that you hear the word image, it means something captured it. You can never be able to find image anywhere without being captured or being framed. Very important that you understand this. When you hear the word image, it means somebody or something intentionally captured or framed. For example, if I close my eyes right now and you tell me to draw you, well, unless my skill set is dependent on closing my eyes. But if my skill set of drawing people is not connected to closing my eyes, then one of the things you will realize is I will either draw something that will look completely opposite to you, or you will even end up laughing at me. So I need to open my eyes and see. So do you know what this means? There is no way you can capture something that is not already real. Please write this down. It is impossible for you to be able to capture something that is not real. Ladies and gentlemen, are you with me? You cannot capture what is not real. That means whatever that has framed your perception looks reality or looks like a reality in your life. You can't capture something that does not exist, and you can't frame something that does not exist. So the reason why somebody can draw you is because you exist. So when we talk about the image of a person, that the image a person holds themselves, it means that the person can see that image within them. So the purpose of self-perception here is not that we are not coming to talk about the fact that you are poor or you are rich. Is that there is an image that your mind has captured about you, that if we look at the facts, we will be able to find the structure that you captured with. So for example, if let's say somebody is a king and the individual ends up seeing themselves as a beggar because nobody told this person you are a royalty, so they keep on going around begging people. The fact that the person is a king does not mean that their reality is not begging. So they see themselves as a beggar does not mean that the individual is not a king. So the reality of your life does not mean that it is true. Something that is a reality does not mean true. Reality is something that you can physically define. So the conversation we are about to have now and today, it is your reality. But it doesn't mean you need to connect your identity to what you are seeing. Are you with me now? That is why we did the identity series. So while I'm saying see yourself as a profitable trader, many of you here listening to me, you are already discouraged because last week alone you almost blew your money. So that doesn't look like a profitable trader. So your reality looks like somebody who is not a profitable trader. But if you see yourself as somebody who is not a profitable trader, it makes it impossible for you to even ever become profitable in the first place. Are you understanding this now? So we are not about to lie to ourselves when we are discussing self-perception. We are not about to pretend when we are discussing self-perception. We are about to understand that yes, this is the reality. I want you to picture this as a photographer. Have you ever come across images by yourself? Have you come across images of yourself before that somebody took you? The person took the picture of you, sent the picture to you after the person edited it, and then immediately you got sad. Even though it is the same you, but the person was able to use a skill set to create a structure to the editing, and then you now look at it and be like, how I wish this is how I read. It is you. The only issue is that right now in your reality, there are certain clothes maybe you are not wearing. There is a certain maybe makeup as a woman that you have not put on. There are certain form of freshness. But if you are able to in reality transport that, you will look like that. It is you. The person didn't take a stone to create a beautiful you. It is the same image he captured and he tweaked it. Not manipulation here does not mean lying. He added skill sets. He added another visual point. Are you all with me? So that is the same thing. So many people, when you are saying declare that I am a profitable trader, they say no, I'm not. It is true. Your reality does not look like it, but it doesn't mean that you don't have the ability to become profitable. Profitability, the ability to become profitable. Anytime you hear words like this, it means it is a choice. That means if I talk about responsibility, it is my ability to respond. If I don't respond, I chose not to. If they say credibility, it is the ability to be credible, meaning that you had the ability to be able to make sure people can trust you. You chose to lie. So when you hear profitability, it means it's a choice. You can either choose to be profitable or you can choose not to be profitable. And we will talk more about profitability when we get to the Profitable Trader series. But for now, I hope that you are understanding what I'm talking about now today. So self-perception does not mean we are about to lie. We are not about to even create some magical thing. It means there are certain things that you already have. But if you don't see it, you can't make it. Why? Because self-perception is an image-based concept. And anytime you hear image, it means you must capture it and you must frame it. Are you learning? Drop some number ones in the chat if it's already making sense to you. This is what is making other people struggle to go through transformation. They're like, you are you saying I should declare I am great when I'm not great? You have the ability to be great. You are not just great now, but you have the ability to be great. That means your decisions following that statement will change everything, but it starts with the way you see yourself. Are you with me? Good. So the internal picture built over time from experience. The internal picture. So you're going to ask me, Cliff, how was this picture captured? Well, it was captured over time. It was over and over again. Time. You know, when it comes to transformation, I always tell people that when it comes to transformation, time plays an important factor. I always tell people that when it comes to transformation, time plays an important factor. And you need to be able to understand what that means. Time plays an important factor when it comes to transformation. So write that down, time. But most importantly, when we say an individual internal picture has been captured, where did you capture it from? So right now, there is a way if I take a picture, you can look at me and tell me, Cliff, you took the picture from Dubai, maybe Damak Hills 2, maybe Business Bay, maybe Jumeirah, or wherever did I take the picture. So when we talk about capturing an image, the location matters. When we talk about capturing an image, the location really matters. You cannot be able to capture an image without finding a location. So where these internal pictures of your self-perception came from, number one, it came from experiences. Okay, number one, please write it down. Number one, it came from experiences. Number two, it came from words spoken over you. Words can create a picture. Number three, repeated thoughts. Number four, the meanings that they have assigned to what has happened to you can also create an internal picture. And the beautiful thing and the sad thing is when a perception is formed, it ends up operating automatically. This is very important that you understand this. When it is formed, it ends up. When it is formed, it ends up operating automatically. Are you all with me? Good. Now, one thing that I want you to see right now while we are talking about is that you can say you believe you are a good trader. You can say that you believe that you are a good businessman, a good man, a faithful man. You can say all of that. You can say you believe you are capable. You can say you believe your status is changing. But if the image running underneath those words does not match, your behavior will always follow the image, not the words. It is very important that you understand this. Are you with me? So this is why someone or an individual can come to this masterclass every week. They will take notes. They will write declarations. There are people that when I go on course with them, they tell me, Mr. Cliff, all the things that you are teaching, look at my wall. All the things you are teaching is on the wall. They write them down. They write the declarations. They say the right things, and they will still come back and tell me, they don't know why they are still blowing the account. It's not because you are lying. You are not lying about the things you told me. Not because you're not doing the things you want to do to change. The problem is that the image has to be changed first before it can align with your behavior. So when you are standing there declaring that I am great, you need to see a great man. So now you will understand why I have a whole entire pull up here with my face on it, and then the mandate of what we're doing on it. Because when I look at myself, I don't see somebody who is trying to play with people. I see somebody who wants to bring transformation in a generation. So I see that image. I don't enter a room and assume I am a coach. I know I am a coach. So I always tell people this, and I said, if I encounter you and we are talking, by the grace of God, your life should not remain the same again. And I say this with confidence, not because I trust in myself, but because I believe what God has put in here is enough to transform a soul. I believe that. You know, there is something I was talking to my team one time, and I said, I truly believe if I shake your hands and you believe what I believe about shaking your hands, something can change your life. I truly believe if I shake somebody, their life shouldn't remain the same again. Not because I carry power. It's a belief system. So that belief system is if I meet you and I shake you and I truly say that you are blessed, that I believe something must move something for you to be blessed. Someone will be like, how is that possible? Imagine if right now, God forbid, but I was the son to the mafia in Mexico and you do something to me and I shake you and I'm like, wow, you broke my heart. I think that I don't want you to live again. And if you know that my father is the king of mafia, I'm just making an example. God forbid, but I'm just making an example. In your heart, even though I'm not holding a gun, you believe me that something can happen to you if you know that I come from that gang. So why is it that when you are telling people these things about the other side of life, their brain cannot believe? It's because they don't believe good things can happen to them in that natural way, but they will believe bad things can happen to them. Watch this right now. You can meet somebody and you can tell them, hey, what if tomorrow you die? The person, hey, please, don't say that. No. But if you want to tell the person, what if tomorrow you become rich? Oh, take your nonsense away. Is that how you get rich? Is that how you die? Why is it that when it comes to the death, you are quick to repent it and say you believe if you don't come against it, you can die. But you don't believe when you receive the amen or you are blessed, you can become. You see, this is perception. You see what I'm telling you guys right now? It is very important that you understand, though, that there is somebody right now listening to me. If somebody tells you, God forbid, tomorrow, what if you die? You be like, go away, you demon, in the name of Jesus. But when that person tells you, if somebody tells you you'll be blessed, it's like there is everything in your mental strongholds. My God, it will just fight it and say it is not possible. The reason why you believe it is not possible tomorrow you can become successful is because your whole life, how many clear picture have you seen yourself and the people around you becoming successful? But the moment they say that, God forbid, tomorrow you will die, you have heard stories in your neighborhood. Somebody went to bed, they didn't wake up, kidnappers, kidnapping this person, this thing happened. So in your mind, you have been able to create a picture of how death can happen to you, even though it's not going to happen to you. Are you guys with me? Very important that you understand this. This is perception series we are talking about. So you need to be angry now. That means last week I wanted to get you angry to know that your life can actually change if you start changing your mindset. But I couldn't do all the job because it was short. But today I want to bring some perspective into your mind. That when somebody tells you something negative, for some reason you believe it can happen. But when somebody tells you something positive, you want to believe. You really wish, you know in your heart you don't believe. If I tell you right now that tomorrow, you will be able to find somebody who will change your life, there is everything in your life that will not believe. But if I say something negative, your mind will believe. The question is why? My God. Right now, where you are right now, everybody put why in the comment section. Just put why. And while you are saying the why, I want you to be angry. Why? Why is it that your brain finds it so easy to believe that negative things could happen to you, but it finds it very difficult that tomorrow by this time your life could change? Why? Put why. Put why you are putting the why. I want you to be angry. Just say why. Why? You will have 4 people around you. None of them believe this time by next year their life will change. They genuinely don't believe. Why? Why? Ladies and gentlemen, why? When you close your eyes, I will sometimes have a consultation with people, and I'll tell them, how do you see your life in the next 5 years? The person has said, to be honest, I don't know. But ask the person, what are all the wrong things you can see now? In fact, they can mention the one that has not happened yet. Why? TP family, why? Why is it that it's so difficult to be able to believe? You right now, can you picture yourself wearing that suit? Woman, can you picture yourself holding that classic bag with those beautiful heels? Can you picture yourself in those heels? Why? Can you picture yourself in that car? I'm not saying that vanity-wise, imagine something vain, but can you really picture yourself that this could be your portion? Why? There is a distorted mind. There is a blocked. This is the purpose of this series. You need to take this series seriously, because nobody is coming to save you. We live in a world where nobody is coming to save you. God can lead you to destiny helpers. But even the destiny helpers, you must be on the road of destiny first. Why? So what is self-perception? Self-perception is the image a person holds of themselves. This masterclass is making me too emotional. Guys, why? There are some people listening to me right now. In your mind, the only words that normally come from your mouth is, I'm tired. I'm tired. I don't know where my life is going. Why? Even though that is the reality, but why? There are couples listening to me right now. When they look at their family, they can't even picture the next 5 years of their family's life. Why? There are businessmen, businesswomen listening to me right now. You can't even picture. There are solutions near you right now, but you cannot even picture the solution around you because your whole entire brain is fixed on survival. Why? It's not your fault. It's the way you are wired, but you can rewire. But I'm just trying to let you understand the fortitude of how this thing is very serious. So you can meet somebody and you are telling them, you see, one of the days I used to pray, I told God, Father, change my environment. Those days, why? Because I can go to people and I'm having a very serious conversation with them. And I'm like, my God, I want to be able to do this. I can see myself doing this. You can go to that person with the energy of a business idea. My God, the person cannot meet you with the same energy. It's like while you are telling them, they will like, yeah, finish. The whole entire energy you were using to picture the business is dead because you share the business idea with somebody whose perception cannot even cross their house. Guys, listen, this season you must be angry because poverty is not good. You must hate poverty. I know that self-perception does more than just bringing you ease. But you must hate poverty to the extent that it's about time you need to stop entertaining perception that is not taking you anywhere around you. Guys, why? Let me go on. Today I want to teach something. Ooh, somebody will not leave this masterclass the same way again. Me, I don't care. Even if it's one person remaining on this masterclass, my God, that person you will not leave on this masterclass the same way again. Go and invite people who needs to be on this masterclass. And if you are not able to be here, tell them to watch this masterclass again. Because there is a question we need to answer. Why? I want you to write this down. You will never perform according to what you say you believe. You will never be able to perform according to what you say you believe. In other words, you do not perform according to what you say you believe. You perform according to the image you actually hold of yourself. You do not perform according to what you say you believe. You perform according to the image you actually hold of yourself. I'm going to repeat one more time again. You do not perform. You do not perform. Sorry, give me a second. I'm trying to bring my whiteboard on. I'm going to bring my whiteboard on. Today I'm fired up. Somebody must leave this call transformed. If you are learning, drop some ones in the chat for me. Fired up. I'm fired up. Okay, I want to bring this one up, but it's delaying a little bit, so I'm going to just keep on going. Are you guys here with me still? Just give me a second, okay? Give me a second. Let me try again. If it doesn't work, okay, perfect. It's working now. We thank God. Let me share my screen. Thank you so much for being here and being patient with me, okay? Thank you. Let's go on. Let's carry on. Let's carry on. So what are we talking about again? Self-perception. Very important that you understand all the things we are talking about today. Self-perception. So now that you understand this, let us now give a quick explanation of something. What is the difference between identity and self-perception? Who can answer me that quickly? What do you think is the difference between identity and self-perception? Because it will look like, okay, we spoke about identity. So does it matter about self-perception? Well, let's talk about the difference, because it is important to know the difference. Okay? And the distinction really matters. It's very, very, very important. So the first thing I want you to understand is identity is who you think you are. So who you are is identity. Okay? Who you are is identity. So identity is basically the foundational truth of your being. That means you can never, when we talk about the identity of a trader, we are not talking about the person becoming a trader in the context of everything else in your life going away and the only thing you are is a trader. No. It means that you see yourself as the qualities a trader must have, but you can do trading. That means if they put you into real estate, that transformed person can do real estate. That transformed person can lead a people, and that same transformed person can also be a trader. So in other words, you need to understand that identity is who you are. Whether spiritual, relational, positional, it doesn't matter. But self-perception is how you see who you are. So how you see who you are is perception, self-perception. Are you with me now? So who you are here is identity. Who you see or how you see who you are is self-perception. This is the difference. Okay? So what I gave you guys an example, a king. Identity is a king. He can't do anything about it. He is a royalty. But then the self-perception can be a beggar because nobody has ever educated him that he is a king. So he sees himself as a beggar, but his identity is a king. So now, in order for this person to be able to have both ways, he needs to be educated or be transformed into understanding that he is a king, and he needs to start seeing himself as a king. Even though he is a king, if he sees himself as a beggar, he will not be able to get the benefit a king is supposed to have. So one thing that I want you to understand is that your identity is who you are. Your self-perception is how you see who you are. So that means you can have the right identity and still be held back by a wrong self-perception. It's very important that without you seeing yourself in the right way, the identity may be right, yet you may still carry the wrong outcomes because your self-perception is very important. Now, let us talk about how your self-image is formed. Remember, we spoke about it briefly, but let's go into it much more better. Self-image, how is it formed? How is your self-image formed? One of the things you need to understand is that nobody woke up one day and said, hey, this is my self-perception. No, it was built for you. I told you that image is captured by someone. Image is captured by something. So it was not something you woke up and say, this is how I want to see myself. It was built for you. So before you were even old enough to even question the way you see yourself, it was already created. It is very important that you understand this. Are you all with me? Before you can even wake up and know who you are as a kid, This was already created before you can question it. And this is the part that requires honesty. So many people ask me, Cliff, how do I fix this? It's always going to start by you being honest to your current version of yourself that is old enough to admit. Because understanding where the image came from is the first step to changing it. So if you are here, you're asking me, Cliff, how do I change my self-perception? You need to understand the first step. And the first step is the location. So the first source, I'm going to give you guys sources. The first source, of where our self-image or our perception is created from is the words that are mostly spoken over us. So words. This is very powerful. We in TP family, we have already established the fact that words are not neutral, especially when they came from people in authority over you. No offense, your parents, your teachers, your community leaders, your mentors. That means the words spoken repeatedly over a person is what become the material from which the image is constructed. That means if you're an individual here and you are wondering, how did I get to even see myself like this? Well, maybe they are telling you are not good enough. Everybody is saying you are not like your brother. You are not like your father. You are not like so and so. So those words consistently when you are hearing is everything that you have started seeing. Are you all with me? So if you are here and they told you that you are not smart enough, or you will not be able to mount up to anything, you are not with people like us. You know, that is one thing I hate. People like us. What does that even mean? People like us do not make it. Oh, you are too much. You like talking. You are timid. This and this and that. You know, the moment that you start to see this, you need to understand that none of those words, require your permission to hear it. It's like what I said one time about listening to a music or a song. You can listen to it over and over again, even if you don't pick up your phone to write down some of these words, it will be formed. You will get to ask yourself, oh, okay, how do I even be able to structure this and this and that? You need to be able to understand from this angle here. Words are very powerful. So the first source is what? Is words. So let me give you an example for those who are traders. They always want to connect things to traders. Let me connect some for you right now. So let's say if you are a trader and you are sitting down to execute a very powerful wallet setup, you know that this is your setup. Everything in your system says take this trade, but something in you is making you hesitate. It is not a strategy. You know, that's why I always keep on saying that you can even have the best strategy of it all. It is not a strategy. It is not the market. Nobody hesitates because they don't know how to trade. You hesitate because something within you is afraid of something. So you can say, what if I lose a trade? That what if I lose a trade is not coming from a voice about trading. It's coming from a long age voice that has made you look like your decisions are stupid. So every single time you have a group of people talking around you, everybody is sharing your opinions. The moment you bring your mouth in it, you know 100% for sure the things you said, they are not going to use it. You know it. Like, you know it in your heart. Nobody will, they will be like, oh, okay. And they'll be like, okay, anyways. So as I was saying, you know that the things you are saying, they will not use it. And the more that environment is where you are growing up, before you can realize you are now not believing in yourself anymore. So you are going to start seeing yourself, you are somebody that the things you do and the things you decide upon is not worth executing on. So that is where that hesitation is coming from. So your strategy is good. You know it. Sometimes you can even say things like, man, the same setup I saw is the same thing Cliff Cheqona posted. Is the same thing so-and-so trader, Kema Trades posted. Yet I didn't take it. Why? That is not a trading problem. That is because in your whole life, you don't look like somebody people trust your decision. And you have started to believe it, that you are not a good decision maker. And so while you are there saying, oh my God, I'm going to be a profitable trader, profitable trading system is waiting for you. So, okay, check 1, 2, check 1, 2, check 1, 2, and you don't have every single thing. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you something quickly right now. I hope you guys are learning. This is very important that you understand this. Listen to me carefully. You see, we have something called content, and we have something called the container. It is easy for you to get content, but it is not easy for you to get a container from everywhere. Right now, I can wake up and go on YouTube and watch how KFC recipe is and how they fry Kentucky Fried Chicken. But the reality is, I may not be able to understand that knowing how to fry KFC chicken does not mean you have KFC. Listen to this carefully now. The fact that you have KFC chicken in your hand that you fried does not mean that you have KFC chicken, because the content chicken is easy to get. But if you create a KFC box in your house, they will arrest you. It is very important that you understand this. So many people are going around looking for the content, but they are not understanding that without the container, the content is useless. Right now, I can pick up Coca-Cola and I can put the Coca-Cola in this cup. It doesn't make the Coca-Cola and the cup Coca-Cola. The content can be defined and say this is Coca-Cola. But the purpose of a container is to make you not have any reason to defend what the content is. So when you now go into the market, you are like, I want to be a profitable trader. And the market is now, no problem. Do you love losses? You are like, no. Do you know how to take 3 hits and come back again without emotions? You are like, no. Are you able to be patient and not execute even when the market is going? You are like, no. He said, okay. Do you know how to trade? You said, yes. I can analyze and identify my POI. He said, that is the content, but where is the container? So many people are wearing the uniform of an army person without the mindset of a soldier. So when the bullets are flying, you now start running because all you have is the content over you, but not the container to carry the content. If you are understanding something, drop some comments in the chat. So many people, it is easy to sell content, ladies and gentlemen. You can sell it on YouTube. You can sell it in the PDF. But you cannot sell a container easily. Containers are made. Containers are built. Containers are legalized. Containers are defensible. Containers are repeatable. That is why McDonald's is not worried whether if you will steal their product, because they know it takes a lot to build the container, the brand McDonald's, to carry the burger. So many people right now are saying, Cliff, I don't have an edge. You have found one, but you have not built a container to host it. So an edge, remember the independent trader series, an edge is repeatable, defensible. You cannot defend something that is not yours. So just like the container, if it is not yours, you can't defend it. So yes, you have the content. Congratulations. You borrowed it. You probably stole the strategy from YouTube. Congratulations. But it is in the hand of an illegal container. You are still afraid of losses. You cannot still control yourself. During this Saturday, many people cannot wait until the market is open. That is not a trader. That is an addicted human being behind trading. Self-perception. Self-perception. So we have been able to understand that the first dimension of what forms your perception are your words. Your words. Source number 2. Before we go to source number 2, write this down for me under the source number 1. The words spoken over you in the past are still speaking in the present. Until the image they built is deliberately replaced, it is still speaking. So the words spoken over you in the past are still speaking in your present. Source number 2, the experiences you absorbed. Experiences. The experiences you have absorbed. The experiences you absorbed. Right now, wherever you are, start thanking God, though, that your life is changing. These are information that some people will trivialize and be like, oh, what is all this? But this is what would define some people's next 3 months. That by the end of this session, you will sit back, and when you look at yourself, you'll be like, my God, I am great. I do this all the time. Sometimes I look at my own video and I'll look at my wife and I'll say, man, this guy, he is a great man. I do this to myself all the time because I truly see a great man. When I look at myself, I see nothing else but greatness. That is all I see. Whatever you see about me is your business. I see a great man. I really do. Source number 2 is experiences. The experiences you have absorbed. You see, this is why it is very dangerous. Listen to me carefully now. If you are somebody that you have now started trading, just because everybody is saying trading is a business whereby you can lose or blah, 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 don't let that become the reason why you have brutal experiences. Don't let the reason why you have brutal experiences be because everybody is having a brutal experience. You can preserve your experiences and absorb the right ones. There are many people right now, your experiences is what is stopping you from becoming the trader you are meant to be. Your experiences has already concluded things for you. Let's say, for example, you blew an account early in your trading journey, or you invested in a property and it didn't work, or you entered into a relationship and the person broke your heart. So you now forget that men are not dogs, but maybe the one that you met showed you a dog-like character. Because while you are saying men are dogs, remember you have family members, and I'm pretty much sure none of them are chihuahuas. So, but because of the experience, you have forgotten. So men are not dogs, women are not cats. It is very important that you understand that your experiences can let you draw conclusions that is not true. Remember, we are talking about perception here. Most importantly, self-perception. So whether you blew an account or you invested into a business or you went to a school, nobody believed in you, or you are always, getting disappointed by relationship, does not mean that is how life naturally is. No, but it doesn't also mean that it has not formed your perception about yourself. Are you with me? Remember, I said we are not about to lie. Your reality is there, but it doesn't mean that is who you are. So look at the thing again. So right now where you are, if I tell you look at yourself again, you may see the guy who is broke, and I will say look again, then look again, then look at yourself again. What do you see? Are you with me? Very important that you understand this. So even though you failed in the business, you are going to start telling yourself, I'm not the kind of person who succeed at these things. Oh, I don't think this thing can work for me. So the moment something small happens, immediately the self-perception will trigger and say, this is who I am. And some of the people ask me, Cliff, how do I change this? It takes time. It takes time. But you need to understand this first, where the source came from. So while I'm giving you this, you now need to sit down asking yourself, what are the words I heard growing up? They told me this. They told me that. You are not saying these things because you want to make things sad, but you want to understand the work. So source number 2 is the experiences you have absorbed. And you need to understand this, that your past experiences did not just happen to you. They left conclusions. And those conclusions has now become part of the image you see yourself through every day till today. Source number 3. Source number 3 is the story you have kept telling yourself. Source number 3 is the story. You see, ladies and gentlemen, whether experiences, whether those words, at some point, there are some things you tell yourself over and over again. And this one is the most important part of every single thing that I'm talking to you about here today. Very important that you understand that. Why? Because it is the only source you can address right now. Your words they spoke over you is already gone. Your experiences that you went through, it has already happened. But the story you are telling yourself now is the only thing you can address right now. That means the image is not just built by what happened to you or what somebody said. After you heard and after you experienced, this is called the maintenance source. It is a source that is maintaining that perception. That means every single time that you say, I will always do this, I will always not mount up to anything, I will always blow an account, that is the story you are telling yourself. So every single time you say, I knew I was going to lose. Stupid me. They don't believe me that I can make decisions. They don't believe me. So you keep on telling yourself those stories. And those stories has kept some of you being afraid. So your only option right now is, how can I get somebody that I know who is not afraid to be a friend of mine, or spend the rest of my life with that person so that they can help me not being afraid anymore? It is not true. Nobody can do this for you. You need to change the story. The same mistake you made before that has crippled you, learn from it and make that decision again. Not in the same pattern, but make it again. You need to conquer this fear. One of these days, before the Profitable Trader series, we will have a topic called the psychology of fear. Many people need this topic. Fear is a very dangerous, I will call it a spirit. The psychology of fear. We'll talk about that before we do the Profitable Trader series. So when we finish the perception series, we'll do the psychology of fear, then we'll do the Profitable Trader series, because I want to teach you guys something. So many people now, you are crippled because you are afraid of certain things you decided last few years or whatever that couldn't go well, and people don't believe in you anymore. So you are afraid to make a decision again. But it is possible in the midst of that decision you are afraid to make lies in your results. How many times have you taken a trade and you didn't take it, or you closed it early and the trade went all the way, and that fear is not coming from you? See, many times, guys, let us talk. Let's have a real conversation here. So don't you see it that the trading problem is very small? Either you don't know how to analyze the market, which that one, it has a limit. Analyzing the market has a limit. When you are analyzing the market, the limit is very real. It is either you will understand X, Y, Z. Many of you, by the time you will go through the bootcamp that we did, you will even understand trading more than you have ever imagined. Believe me. But then can't you realize that the trade you couldn't take because you were afraid got nothing to do with analysis? Can't you see? By now, you should know this already. So if this is true, the question is, where is this coming from? It's not coming from the market. The market is just a mirror reflecting everything that is already in you. Many people are walking around lying. They are lying every day. Oh, for me, I'm not afraid of anything. You are lying. You are a coward. It's not an insult, but you are a coward. You are afraid. But because you can lie to people, you are not afraid. The only thing that can reveal it is the market. I remember there are some certain times I used to tell myself, back in the days, oh, me, I don't, I'm not a greedy person. Until the market showed me that you are lying, you are very greedy. So fix it. Be content. Be able to be grateful for what you are making now while growing. So you can keep on lying to everybody. Remember what I told you guys, that there is a you the world sees, and there is a you your close friends are seeing, and there is a you nobody sees, only you. That is the person behind trading. So you can't lie to yourself. The market will reveal it. So if you are revenge trading now, it doesn't mean that the market is bullying you. It means all this while you are somebody you don't know how to forgive. So you will, for me, if you do me something, you are lying. You are, even though you're not talking to the person, even right now, there are some of you, you are not following somebody again, because when you see their post, it triggers you. So you don't want to even see them again. You have not forgiven them now. Forgiving someone is not about them, it's about you. It needs to bring peace into your heart, that you can see the same person who used to trigger you, and now all you will do is all the best. May God bless this person. So it is trading that will reveal that heart and say you don't know how to forget. You don't know how to move on. All this while you have been lying. Trading will reveal that. So the source number 3 is a story you tell yourself. I want you to write this down, then we'll go to how self-perception operates. Listen to this carefully now. The story you keep telling yourself about yourself is not just a description. No, it is a construction material. That means every repetition either builds the old image or it builds the new one. So that means, Cliff, how am I going to be able to create a new self-image? I've already given you the blueprint, the story we are going to start telling ourselves. I'm going to give you a homework, and you will do it. You see, I told you guys there is something called script. Script is not just something normal. It is what is creating your life realities. So everybody is going to create a new story for themselves. You can send it to me in an email. The team will bring it up. The email is cliff@cliffcheqona.com. cliff@cliffchecona.com. The team will bring it up before the meeting ends. You will write it. I may not read it or whatever, but it is an accountability measure. If you write it, send it to me. I'm just holding you accountable so that you will do the work. Write a new story about you. Something that you can sit down and picture the new you. Write it. Even if you don't want to save it on your phone, save it in my database in the email. Are you guys with me? Good. Now let's talk about the next session now. How self-perception operates. How self-perception. Somebody's life is changing. How self-perception operates. Now, in medicine, we call something mechanism. So you may have heard me say this before, that mechanism is the reason why we know if you take Panadol or paracetamol, you don't have to take the paracetamol and say, paracetamol, listen, I have pains at the back of my head. Please, when you go into my body, heal me. The paracetamol does not have to do that. You don't have to speak to it for it to do that. It knows what to do because of what we call mechanism of action. So it knows how to interact. We call it drug interaction. It knows. Same thing with how self-perception operates. It operates through mechanisms. Are you with me? So you need to understand that self-perception exists in us, but existing alone is not enough. You need to understand that, okay, now Cliff has been able to show me the source, that it comes from words, experiences, and the story. But how do they operate so that I can be able to spot the patterns, right? So you need to understand how they operate. So specifically, how does it control your behavior without your awareness? Sorry. That is what makes self-perception dangerous. The reason why self-perception is dangerous, it is because it is operating your behavior without your awareness. So that is why I said, when you think this is who you are and you believe to support it, and your personality reflects it, and your habit is created and it connects to your behavior, finally, what will lead to the perpetual results you don't want, the outcome, is the way you see yourself in the equation. The first mechanism is behavioral confirmation. Cliff, how do I know this is my self-perception? Cliff, how do I know this is my self-perception? Mechanism number one is behavioral confirmation. Any self-image has one primary sorry for a second, this thing wants to go off again. Every self-image has one primary drive, is so that it can be confirmed, to be proven right. Now the reason why it has to be confirmed is so that we can see the image, right? So if the way that you see yourself, when it is sabotaging you, it will not become clear in the beginning. No, it will not become clear in the beginning. Give me a second, ladies and gentlemen. Let me hold on. Give me a second. I want to. Okay, guys, I don't want to be distracted. So sorry, I wanted to actually be writing on the board, but let's keep on going. So mechanism number one is behavioral confirmation. So what that simply means is that you are not going to be able to see your self-perception without it reflecting through your behavior. So let's say a person is holding an image of someone who does not deserve to be in a certain room. When they now enter there, you will see the way they behave. So let's say the person heard all their life, these places are not for people like us. When they enter there, you will see the way they act, and you will see the person who believes this place is for us. They walk in there with confidence. The other person that does not think this is for us will make themselves feel smaller. when they enter those rooms. Not because they are not qualified, but it's because staying large contradicts that image. So to them, staying humble is about being quiet. So when somebody now enters the room and the person goes, oh, hey, how is everybody doing? Are you guys okay? You will see that somebody through confirmation bias, like, look at this one too. Who is this one too? That person say who it is. It doesn't mean that they know what is right. It is their self-perception speaking against another perception that they find awkward. That is why children, you will never find a child who is vibrant. They will enter a place and they don't care. They will be like, hi. They will see the billionaire. You think it's a billionaire, and the child will be like, hi. He doesn't care whether that person is a billionaire. The child just only see a human being. But you, the mother and the father, will be like, stop it. Then you will knock the kid, because in your mind, you, the father, you think you are poor and this person is superior than you, so your child deserves a knock. Now, while you are knocking the child, one, while you are knocking the child, two, and then now when you see another poor person, you are like, hey, this is your uncle, then you are telling the child to be comfortable around poor things. But when you see rich things, you knock. Then what do you think the child will believe at the age of 7, 8, 9, 10 years going? Poverty is good, rich life is not. So run away and stay in poverty. Ladies and gentlemen, self-perception is very serious. This thing that I'm teaching you now is for your children and your children's children. So that means it is important you let your child get very comfortable around luxury stuffs, so that nobody can let them feel like this is something exclusive. No. Your child has already seen it. Whether the father has it or not, they are very comfortable. Right now, there is YouTube everywhere. There is ChatGPT everywhere. If you have a child, use your child's face and create an image of the child and show them, listen, you see this jacket I created for you? I typed it in the prompt that creates an expensive suit for my child. Do you know what expensive is? No, Daddy, an expensive is something exclusive. It doesn't mean that expensive is good and cheap is bad. It means get comfortable with both and choose what you want. The day you want to wear flip-flops, wear it. But the day you want to wear a classic shoe, wear it. Don't think classic shoe is for the poor or the rich and the flip-flop is for the poor. Feel comfortable in your image and don't let material things define you. You are trying to balance this in the child's mind. Are you guys with me? Very important. Now, this is for the child, but this is also for you. So behavioral confirmation. So Cliff, how do I know how my self-perception is operating? Watch yourself. How do you behave when you are in the public? How do you behave when things goes against you? How do you behave when you don't get what you want? How do you behave when you see people who love you dearly? How do you behave? How do you behave? If you are here and you are sabotaging things in your life, that operation is not random, because self-perception is really not random distraction. Self-sabotage is not random. It is a behavioral confirmation of self-image that says you are not supposed to have this. So as a trader, you make money, you give it back to the market. One, you make money, you give it back to the market. Two, you make money, you are giving it back to the market. This is not a trading problem. It means in your life, it is either you are not comfortable keeping success. Your parents didn't do it. Your uncles didn't do it. Your siblings are not doing it. So nobody in your family is comfortable with success. So when they gain something, it must go. The things you will hear in your household will be things like, how can we be able to achieve this? They are not asking that question because they want to find a solution. They are asking because in their mind, it is impossible. So now you are now 25 years, 30 years, 40 years, and you say you want to become a trader. You want to become a businessman. You want to become a real estate developer. And something makes you feel like, even this thing that I'm doing, is it going to be able to work? It is not about that. You need to understand there is an internal operation happening, and it is exposing through your behavior. Are you guys with me? So the first mechanism is behavioral confirmation. The first one is behavioral confirmation. Behavioral confirmation. Now, the second one is selective perception. What are we talking about now? We are discussing about how perception operates. We have already understood how they are formed. Now we are talking about how they operate. And operation simply means they are doing things you don't even realize until it is done. The first one is you can see it through a repeated behavior. This thing is not good. So there are people right now here, when you start something, you don't finish. Check your water. The way you drink water, the way you eat, you will start to see a pattern. When you drink water, you don't finish it. You will leave small under it. It is little behavior. You will start, for me, I used to have that problem. So it got to a point, I have to start disciplining myself to remember to finish that water. It is to finish the little things. Ladies and gentlemen, you can see your self-perception through your behaviors. Are you learning? Instagram, are you learning? It is very important, guys. It's fine. Don't worry about it. They say this one is out of focus. But can you guys hear me? It's this one. Unless I drop this. It is fine. Don't worry. You see, even with the camera, it knows when to focus on something else. It's saying, no, something is in front of me and you, the human being. Anyway, let's go on. Are you guys learning? Good. Now let's talk about the next mechanism. So the second mechanism is selective perception. Now remember what we established last week, that perception is the meaning your mind assigns what it receives. Is that true? And it filters what it determines, what meaning it gives to a situation. So self-perception, which is now in our conversation the most powerful filter of them all, because it does not just shape how you interpret the world, it shapes how you interpret yourself in the world. So let's pick up a trader again, or a businessman with a damaged self-image, that they see themselves as somebody who will always lose, or they lose more vividly than their wins. Not because there are more losses, or because their data is telling them that they are going to lose. It's because that is how they see themselves. Are you with me? So the filter has already shaped that. Now the same trader now has 3 winning trades and 2 losing trades in a week. Even though the net result of that trader is positive, by Friday, whether this Friday or the next Friday, they will still feel like they are failing. And because that image is filtered out of the wins, it will now amplify the losses, because the wins to them was just a lack, and the losses is the proof of who they see themselves to be. So that is why even when you are making money, some part in your heart, you are not confident. You are like, can I be able to do this? And the only way people are able to sleep at night is to blame the market knowledge. They'll be like, am I even sure I know how to trade? You are already trading. Listen, the moment you started knowing how to create certain ways and certain things, the only thing that is left is practice. Many people cannot believe they can trade so much that even when they have a good week, in the back of their mind, they have afraid they can't repeat it. You know yourself. This is not a trading problem. This is a perception problem. And there are people too. Listen, I have met some of them. No offense. Some of them are your mentors. They know it in their hearts. They are not really good. But they believe so much that they are profitable that their 50% winning ratio makes them wealthy. Perception is everything. And there are people that I have met. In fact, some of their winning ratio can look like 85%. Yet still, they will not grow a portfolio. Why? It is the way you see yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, selective perception, meaning there is a way you focus on a portion of what you are going through, and that is what you believe is about your life. So I want you to write this down. Your self-image determines what evidence you keep and what evidence you throw away. Your self-image, it determines what evidence you keep and what evidence you throw away. A damaged self-image will always find more proof of its own verdict than yours. Mechanism number 3. Mechanism number 1, what do we say? Behavioral confirmation. Mechanism number 2, selective perception. Mechanism number 3. Before I give you mechanism number 3, and before we start wrapping up, because we're going to be talking about how you can be able to change every single thing. We'll talk about how to create a proper self-perception later. Today, I'm only just doing a series by series. But before I go on and I give you the third mechanism, are you learning something? Let's take a pause here and let us soak it in. Are you learning? Are you learning? You are learning. Good. Okay, mechanism number 3 is the last mechanism. I will give it to you, then we'll go to the next one. Solomon, can you start preparing the human stacks for me? The belief and this, that can we bring that on the board for me soon? I will let you know when to bring it, but prepare it and then you bring it up for me. The performance ceiling is the mechanism number 3. The performance ceiling. The performance ceiling. The performance ceiling is the mechanism number 3. To me, other mentors may disagree, but to me, this is the most powerful mechanism, the performance ceiling, to me. Especially if you are somebody who wants to get results. To me, the performance ceiling is the most powerful mechanism among all the 3 I've given you. Why? It's because you can be talented. You can be a talented person. And the ceiling will determine your results. What that simply means is that your self-image creates the ceiling. So this is TP Masterclass. Many people are saying that TP Masterclass is meant to reach a lot of people in this world. Don't be surprised when you start seeing a TV station broadcasting TP Masterclass moving forward. Don't be surprised when a radio station start playing TP Masterclass. Don't be surprised, because the perception I have is this is not a masterclass that should be only kept on YouTube. No. So the day that the TP Masterclass will stop growing is the day that my self-image will put a ceiling upon it. The day that my own personal life will stop growing is the day I will put a ceiling upon it. I'm talking about the image, the belief system, belief, identity, the human stacks. Sorry, I was talking to my team out back then. So that is what you guys need to be able to understand, that the ceiling plays an important role. It plays a very important role. So you can break through the ceiling today from here to here. But if here is where you think you can only be sustained, that is where you will be stuck. Are you guys with me? So many people can take $100 into 1,000. And when they get there, everything will happen and they will sabotage it back to 500. They don't know why. There are people listening to me right now. You have no business being afraid making $5 or $10 or even $100. But the moment that you want to make 1,000, you will know that you are stuck. And you're asking me, Cliff, how would we change it? Don't worry. That is what we are doing in a series. Today's one is to just expose self-perception to you. So I want you to write this down about mechanism number 3. That your performance ceiling is not determined by your ability. So this is the mistake many people are making. That the more I will learn how to trade, eventually I will become a better trader. It's not true. Many of you know how to trade now by the knowledge you have about the markets. You are a good analyst. But your performance ceiling is not determined by your ability. It is determined by the image you hold of yourself. So if you want to outperform what you did last 2 years, raise the image. When you raise the image, the ceiling will rise with it. It's as simple as that. Now, all this that I'm telling you, many of you listening to me right now, you cannot be able to easily see that. It's not going to happen just easily. Whether you are watching from YouTube, I think today we are streaming also from Instagram, and we are streaming also from LinkedIn. No matter where you are watching this from right now, I want you to understand something, that your performance ceiling is not determined by your ability. It is determined by the image you hold of yourself. So you want to outbreak your own ceiling, raise the image. Are you with me? Raise the image. Now I want you to look at something. I wanted Solomon to bring me the image. Is it ready now? Can we bring it, or it's not ready? Do we have it or not? Anyway, those who are taking a screenshot of that image, I'm talking about the image that explains the 5 identity stacks. He will bring it on sooner, but I want to keep on going so that we can hurry up and finish early today. The 5 identity stacks is, or let me call it the 5 stacks that control the human resource: identity, beliefs, personality, habits, and behavior. I call this in one of my masterclass frameworks the IBP and the HBR framework: identity, beliefs, personality, habits, and behavior. Now, the first thing you need to understand is identity is the foundation. We have already spent 5 episodes building that. Beliefs are what supports the identity. So we spent also a full series on that. But then here is what self-perception is doing for you all so that you can understand. Self-perception is the lens. It is not just any lens. It is the lens through which you view your own identity and your own beliefs. That means after it is all being said and done, if you end up and you look at your belief system and your identity and what you see it's negative, you will produce negative results. So that means you can have the correct identity. God can speak over you. The word says who you are is this and this and that. The foundation has already been laid. But listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. You can have aligned beliefs. You can even believe the right things. And you can even confess the right things. But you need to stand on the right things. And at the end of it all, even when you are doing all of these things and your self-perception, the image you actually hold of yourself when you look at yourself does not agree with the identity or the beliefs, I kid you not, there will always be a gap between what you confess and what you produce. This is what many of you are asking me, Mr. Cliff. Why is it that you told us to do declarations, but I did it and nothing is changing? Something already did. It already shifted your belief system. It already shifted your identity. But when you look at yourself, you don't see what is supposed to be seen. Because many of you, the moment you say, I am great, the moment you go out there, even though you are old, they are still telling you to come and maybe do something, maybe one job in the house. And then you look at yourself, you're like, so me that I'm saying that I'm great, I'm the one that they are telling me to come and, kill this goat. But you are forgetting that you killing the goat is just a moment of a responsibility, but it doesn't define you. So you are using the goat killing to just define who you already were as a goat killer. That's not who you are. That image is on you. That story is on you. You are just somebody needs your help now. This is not who you are. You are just doing something to help someone. Don't use that to paint your picture. Are you with me? So identity will tell you who you are. Your beliefs will support who you are. But your self-perception will determine whether you actually see yourself as that person or not. And therefore, whether you move toward it or away from it, this is the reality. I want you to look at this. For those who have not seen it before, look at this. We are about to wrap up. I want you to look at this for me, please. This is the layer. And this is what it is. There is one that is visible, and there is one that is invisible. Identity is who you believe you are. And beliefs is what you think is true. So who you think you are, your belief system will support it and say this is true. Then your personality is how you will now express yourself. Are you with me, everybody? Please watch the screen. Take a screenshot even if you have to. It's for you. Solomon, please, when we are done, can we get it to put it in the group for them in the WhatsApp channel so that people can see it? So identity, beliefs, your personality, your habits, your behavior, and your results. This is what is running your life, ladies and gentlemen. Now, after all of this, after you have come onto this call, I'm like, people told you are not good enough. And I'm like, it's not true. You are good enough. It is up to you to carry that and rewire your mind. So how do you rewire your identity? It's through declarations. How do you do this? It's through declarations. Many people will ask me, Cliff, we will come back to the storyboard again. Many people ask me, Cliff, how do I, Solomon, I want to share my screen quickly and show them something. Many of you ask me, Cliff, what kind of declarations do I declare? Well, we have already shown you. You come to the website, you go to declarations. When you come to declarations, every 6 a.m. UK time, every morning, there is a new declarations coming up. Then you will now come here as well. You will see we have created almost 7 dimensions of declarations. Choose any of them. If you are somebody that you want financial one, don't worry, we have it for you. If you are somebody that somebody said, oh, you are somebody who will never mount up to anything because you are foolish, no problem. That is what you heard. That is the experiences you got. But change the story. Pick one of this. I am a wise steward. What is given to me, I multiply. What is entrusted to me, I do not bury. You repeat this over and over and over until that story. Ladies and gentlemen, many of you will sometimes say, oh, I went to bed and I had a dream and it was a weird dream. Somebody came in and slept with me. Somebody do this and did this. You see, it is because you were probably either long time ago spending time thinking about it, or you watch something. That is the same way you can declare this, and you will go into your sleep and you will dream and you will find yourself stewarding multi-million. Why can't that happen in your dream too? Why does it always have to be something that you have to only wake up and always say, in the name of Jesus, I bind you? Sometimes you need to wake up from your trance and say, thank you, Jesus. But these things can happen not outside a story, but the story you tell yourself. So I am a wise steward. What is given to me, I multiply. What is entrusted to me, I do not bury. My God. And you wake up every day. Look at the number 4. Money flows to me because money flows through me. I am a channel, not a reservoir. This is powerful. A reservoir is only something that, you see, when we talk about a reservoir in a house, we use this reservoir to survive. But a channel, flow. And over here, what does this say? I do not love money. I love what money lets me do. Feed, build, send, plant, free. The love of money is a trap. The use of money is a tool. You declare this. So if you were somebody that they said love of money is the root of evil, it is true. The love of money is the root of evil. So you do not love money, but you love what money lets you do. This is a good one. Let's declare this in the next couple of few seconds. I do not love money, but I love what money lets me do. It lets me feed, build, send, plant, free. Some of you, as you are declaring this, you're not even comfortable. You're like, oh my God. But the Bible says, yes, the Bible said the love of money is the root. So I do not love it. But oh my God, I love what money can do. I love what money can do. I do not love the money, but money can produce TP Masterclass for you. Money can be able to make sure that you go to the right gym. Does that make sense? So don't love the money, but love what money lets you do. It gives you ease. So Cliff, how do I rewire my identity? Rewire your identity by the story through declarations that you tell yourself. 14 days, 21 days, 60 days you are declaring. By the time you'll be consistent with this, I can assure you, your identity will be changing. Solomon, bring the stack for me again. But identity is not enough, ladies and gentlemen. When you are able to now rewire the story you are telling yourself about who you are, the identity is not enough. You need to start believing the things you are declaring. Then while you are declaring, it will start to change. So you that once upon a time, when you go to a party, they ask you, what do you want? You said, do you want water? Yes. Now, later, you go to any party, they're like, do you want water? You're like, yes, please. Do you have sparkling? You know, they say rich people have certain laughter. No. It's not just a laugh. It's a tone. Don't fake your own. No. If you are not there yet, don't fake it. It will come naturally. So you go to your personality that you go to a place, they're like, do you want anything? No, I don't want anything. Now they ask you, do you want water? You say, yeah, thank you. Do you have sparkling water? They're like, oh, sparkling. No, we don't have sparkling water, but we have distilled water. Okay, sure, it's fine. So now your personality is even changing because you see yourself that you are among. Are you with me? Good. So from personality, then to habit. Habit is when you are doing the thing over and over and over again. Then it eventually becomes your behavior. But at the end of it all, my God, you are no more the person saying that you love what money lets you do, but you see yourself as the doer. Self-perception. You don't see yourself as a trader who will always lose, but as a trader who understands loss. That you will lose some, you will win some. So I love losses, because losses does not mean that I'm losing. Losses means that I'm being able to learn from the mistakes I made yesterday so I can make the correct ones. Perception. So now you don't see yourself as a loser, you see yourself as a learner. So you take L's, but L in your book does not mean losses. L in your book means lessons. That you are not hitting stop losses because you lost a trade. You are hitting stop losses because you stopped a trade. You are a loss stopper. Perception. That if the trade is not going there, I will carry. Oh, but what if it comes back? No problem. If it comes back and it will go there, I will go with it. But for the meantime, I will take the loss. I will stop the loss. Perception. So now you are not interpreting your losses as somebody who is losing, but you are interpreting your losses as somebody who understands how to navigate. Are you guys with me? My God, today's lesson, don't leave here the same way. Drop some number ones in the chat today. If this is doing something to your spirit, man, and you are angry saying this lens must be removed. Solomon said the lack of money is the root of all evil. I know. Well, that is your book. The Bible said the love of it. Please, let us not add. But it is true. The not having money makes you even love it more, and then now you end up doing this. But if you are learning something, drop some number ones in the chat, guys. We are wrapping up. What am I trying to let you understand from today's session? It's very important that you understand this right now, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I wanted to go deeper than perception. So we went into the image. You know, if you understand this by now, you understand that self-perception, you have now been able to come to the realization of what self-perception actually really is. You understand where the image comes from, and you understand that there are three mechanisms which controls your behavior. So that is behavioral confirmation, selective perception, and then performance ceiling. These are the mechanisms that controls your behavior. And now you understand that self-perception is the final piece of the internal status framework. When I say internal status, do you know what that means? This year is our year of new status. So our identity, our belief system, and our self-perception must be aligned. So we have done the identity series and we have done the belief system series. Now we are doing self-perception series. This is the part 2. So many people are asking themselves, Cliff, why is it that, I told myself I will follow my training plan and I don't end up following? Do you see yourself as somebody who is disciplined, or you see yourself as somebody who is not disciplined and is struggling to be? Self-perception. Are you guys with me? So you need to understand that self-perception is the lens through which you view your own identity and beliefs. But here's the question that I have for you. That what happens when the image is not just incomplete, but actively damaged? What happens when your past experiences, your trauma, and your false information have not created a wrong image, but it has distorted one? You need to understand that a broken mirror that shows a version of yourself that is not real. That is not real. So, ladies and gentlemen, in the next series, we are going to be talking about the distorted mirror. There are people, yes, your image looks like it is totally distorted, it's destroyed. And there are people whose own is not distorted, but the mirror they are looking at is showing like that. So the distorted mirror is going to be episode 3. And it is the episode where we will name exactly what has been holding many of you back, not just in trading, but in every area of your life. So I want you to write this down for me while we prepare for episode 3. That you will always move toward the image you hold of yourself, not the image you want. We don't care about the image others see, and we don't care about what they think of us. We only care about the one that we carry inside. So if we change the image, we have changed our direction. Let's say we pick up a lion. And when we pick up the lion, and the lion, let's say the lion grew up among sheep. Every single time that the lion looks at itself and sees a sheep, the lion will always keep on going to the sheep area of the flock area to sleep with them. But the day that the lion will know that I am a lion and not a sheep, the direction of the lion will even change. He will start going into the jungle. Guys, self-perception is important. Many of you are going to places based on how you see yourself, not because that is all that you have. The moment we change your perception about yourself, we have changed your direction. Many of you are taking trades based on the way you see yourself. And you're going to ask me, Cliff, how did I even end up here? You know that your setup that you saw last week, if you could have been able to take that trade, you would have made some money. But the way you see yourself now, you see yourself as a loser. You see yourself as somebody who is not going to mount up to anything. So while your setup could have caught 1,500 pips, 200 pips, 300 pips, or 50 pips of a good lot size, you will not take that trade, but you will take the one that you had no business taking. And you are asking yourself what happened. It is not a problem of the market. Nobody manipulated you. It is the image that you have created for yourself is what is leading you to that direction. So remember what I told you. The first episode was perception. Why everything starts with what you see. And now we are doing self-perception. The image that runs your life. And episode 3 will be the distorted mirror. The image that gets the damage. In other words, how the image is damaged. Does that make sense? And then the following Saturday, we'll be talking about rebuilding the image. I think that is where most people are looking forward to. Rebuilding the image. How you can see yourself correctly. I want you to write these things down quickly. Okay, I'm going to give certain card. I'm going to let the team is going to create a PDF card or an image card. I will give it to them as soon as possible. They will create an image card probably latest by Monday. They will create 11 cards for you all. It's like a carousel, but it's a card specifically for all those in the WhatsApp channel for the community. These cards will carry written down statements that I would like you to be able to see it. In other words, it will be a card, but it will also be on the summary dashboard, and we take it out from there. Ladies and gentlemen, can I know where each and every single person is tuning in from before we wrap up this masterclass for me, please? Can I know where we are tuning in from quickly? Let us throw some shout out to everybody now, and let us wrap up. Uganda in the house. Uganda in the house. Uganda in the house. Germany in the house. Uganda in the house. Germany in the house. Blessed to be here from Kuwait. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. As always, I really appreciate you all. Saudi Arabia in the house. Thank you so much. UK in the house. God bless you all. And Nigeria in the house. Thank you so much, guys. UK in the house. You can drop it as well in LinkedIn or on Instagram as well. Who else do we have out there? Let me know. Ghana in the house. Miss Mary, how are you doing? Cape Town, South Africa. South Africans, much love. Cameroon in the house. Thank you so much. From Botswana, how are you? Say your psychology lesson changing my life. Thank you so much for tuning in as well. Nigeria in the house. Thank you so much, guys. Listen, ladies and gentlemen. USA in the house. Linda, God bless you for tuning in all the way from the United States. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it, guys. Kenya in the house. God bless you all. Each and every single person. Nigeria, thank you. Each and every single person who came here today and invited somebody. Thank you. God bless you. Remember, we have a lot going on in TP family. We have a lot of resources, guys. Go to the website. Explore. Explore. Okay? By the end of this series, I will create a self-perception audit that will help you to see who you are. And then we'll take it out from there as well. That will help you to rebuild. So we are creating systems, we are doing things and so on and so forth. But with that all being said, whether you are a trader, an entrepreneur, a businesswoman, a real estate developer, whatever that you are, truly by the grace of God, we are here with you. And I'm happy and excited that you are here today. My name is Cliff Cheqona. And on behalf of all TP family members, including our producer and our host and essentials, we all thank you guys so much for being here. And I will see you guys next week. Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube. God bless you all. And I will see you guys next week. Goodbye.